Welcome to my allotment, plot 3 in North Warwickshire. I'm not at home, I'm out in the polytunnel down on the allotment. I couldn't believe that my little pump that I used to move the water about would actually work the normal garden sprayer. The amount of times I've actually walked in and out of the polytunnel watering, and I could be doing this. Saves such a lot of time. As you probably see, most of the stuff's gone out the polytunnel now, and I'm just emptying some of the barrels. Everywhere's nearly full now with the recent rain we've had, and I'm just giving this a good damp down in the polytunnel, ready to receive the top dressing of leaf mould and some of the organic manure that I buy in the bags that's been treated so we don't get any seed growth. Just to freshen the soil up in the tunnel. Next year I'll be taking the half the soil out and freshening it up with soil from outside, because I do intend to plant my tomatoes directly into the ground, so I will need to change them. I am thinking about overwintering some of the peppers, the sweet peppers. The cucumbers are about finished now, so I should be picking those last two and tidying everything up. The lettuce is doing okay. Whether and how long I'll get a crop for, I don't know. The beetroot's slower than it normally is, but it is colder now, and with the cold we're also having more problems on inside my shed. I'll show you now. Condensation on the roof. So if you've ever had problems after a frost of the condensation that's condensed on the cold roof on the inside, it's very irritating. Just wets everything through. So the way, and a bit of a tip as to how I deal with that, is a layer of bubble wrap. If you can stop the moisture in the air condensing on the cold roof and then freezing, you don't have any issues. So my potting shed's done, so I'm going to reline the storage shed with some free bubble wrap that I've salvaged from, yes, a skip. Anyway, I'll get on with it and I'll bring you back. So that little job's done now. Just enough bubble wrap. Really pleased with that. Another job out of the way. Let's go and have a look at the leaf mould. I've put a couple of bags in here, trampled them down, but what I forgot to tell you last time I looked at it, that I was going to do it in layers and put a little bit of soil, maybe a little bit of compost, some of the leaf mould that I've already taken out, and then some of the urine to help break down the compost. And because I stood on it, some of it didn't actually break down as well as the rest. So I'll do that now and then top it up with another bag of leaves. I've got 4 in total. I think I'll get one more. Just while I'm doing this, I'd like to give another shout out to Michael Brotherton. Great chap, very knowledgeable, and I think he could do with some more subscribers. Intelligent man, and he's really getting on well with his new allotment, and he's going from scratch and building it up. But take a look at these last few videos, I think you'll find it really interesting. Actually building up quite a bit of heat and steam now. Very warm, it's working already. I'm really pleased with the leaf mould that I've actually already got. I'll show you shortly what I've done. The Atlantic giant pumpkin did quite well in the leaf mould. This is part of the insides, and what I'm thinking, tell me if I'm wrong, that I'm just going to let it naturally grow as it would do in the wild when the pumpkin breaks down, goes rotten. And I'm going to top this up with compost and we'll see what happens. I'm going to leave it in the polytunnel. Love to hear some comments about it. Well, my shop bought garlic is coming up, and so are my red and white onions. The shallots haven't showed their face yet, but I'm really pleased with that. So thank you to Mark Davison for all his hints and tips. Really appreciate it, mate. Thank you. I've collected another 6 bags of compost that was left on the side of the road, fly tipped. I'll be mixing that up with some of the plants and that next year and spreading it across the allotment. Why buy it when people throw spent compost away? Mind you, they've had their use out of it. Last few of the tomatoes ripening off, but this wet weather's made them all split. So we've got a few left, and I will make use of as many as I can. Tidied up the rhubarb. And I've mulched it with a little bit of horse manure and some of my lovely leaf mould. And these crowns will do absolutely wonderful next year. You just have to make sure you don't cover the crowns with any compost or anything, else they'll go rotten. If you remember, I got these 3 crowns from B&Q, 20 pence for 4. There was actually 3, and it's a good bargain. And UK Here We Grow, the website, formerly Tony's Allotment, Facebook, have now set up another group for people to let other people know where the bargains are. So if you haven't already done so, get onto Facebook and apply to it, and then you can make use of all the great things that are going on there. I still haven't done my runners, and they're rooting themselves down, but I must get this done as soon as I can. use the leaf moulds around the fruit bushes. Apart from the 2 blueberries, I'm either going to have to get some pine needles or I'm going to have to buy a bag of acacia compost, and hopefully they will now flourish. No signs of any broad beans. The flowers have been on a while now, but there's not so many bumblebees about. I've had a few handfuls of peas, but they've succumbed to mildew. But I might get a little boiling of French beans. I think that's the last of the runners. Some help please. I've been given a root of comfrey. Now I know that I can use that on fruiting vegetables, etc. But how do I plant it? Is it evasive? Do I need to contain it? Would it be okay in a dustbin? A little bit of help with that one please in the comments. Well, everything's still growing well. Abundance of kale. And the last of the raspberries, I did say that 2 weeks ago. 1 strawberry. 7 or 8 alpine strawberries. There's some of the celery out of the polytunnel and outside. I did hear you say, Nigel, from Muddy Boots, about it being in a polytunnel and it blistering. Absolutely right. But some of it's blistered outside as well, so I might actually use, excuse the mess, some of these carpet rolls. The cardboard rolls out of carpets, etc., to try and blanch them. And the spring onions, started picking those now. A bit of a cabbage, swedes, turnips, broccoli, and some peppers. I'm really enjoying my allotment journey. Thank you for sharing yours with me, and thank you for all the comments. Happy growing everyone, and take care till next time.